The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here comes Grant on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Watson. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Watson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start the drive with a give to Walton. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 91 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
On 2nd down, it's Walton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Moran. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moran. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Walton, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll run on first down. Walton. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Moran firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Moran. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
On 1st down, it's Walton, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. On 2nd down, it's Walton, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Moran, and they'll get this down to the 10.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Draw play. Here's Walton. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. To throw on 2nd down. Moran. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Monarchs have moved out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On 1st and 10, Moran. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Moran on the move to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Moran. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, Moran. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. On 1st down, Moran. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moran. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run. This is Walton. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Monarchs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Watson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd down now, it's Walton. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the gun, Moran. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on 1st down. Moran, he finds his man, complete. That's Walton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. They run again with Walton. And fights
through one man. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moran. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Moran. Rolling to his right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
To me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On 1st and 10, Moran. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Monarchs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Grant sets to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Throw complete to the tight end Morgan. That catch good for only a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
First down, Moran. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. Walton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Moran. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Moran. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Monarchs take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. Quick slant to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 48. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
On first down, it's Walton, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Walton. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Moran. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson, he's got his man on the crossing route.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Walton, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll run on first down. It's Walton, and they'll get him down here at about the 42. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Walton, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down now, it's Walton. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the home team here, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S.